Good morning, everyone. Spartan Alphazulu here, and it's time for the Dragonite breakdown. Once a very dominant force in the OU meta back in the day, Dragonite has kind of lost some love, and you can blame all that, really, in my opinion, you can blame all that on the fairies. He's in the UU borderline tier, meaning he's too good for UU, but he can be okay in the OU tier. So I did a kind of variation with this Dragonite. I went off the Smogon build of the Flying EMZ with an EV spread of 252 attack, 252 speed, and 4 in HP, and with either a Jolly or an Adamant Nature. So with an Adamant Nature, his attack goes to 403, and that puts his speed around 280-ish. But the thing with the Adamant Nature is the moveset is Extreme Speed, Dragon Dance, Fly, and Earthquake to use the Flying EMZ, but I kind of saw myself wishing Extreme Speed was a different move most of the time. So I ended up switching it up a bit, going with the Jolly Nature, putting his speed at 259, his attack at 367, with the moveset the same, except in Extreme Speed I swapped out for Ice Punch. And I personally liked it a lot better. So Dragon Dance, Ice Punch, Fly, and Earthquake. And Fly is just there to utilize the Flying EMZ. And this Dragonite, Dragonite itself, at least in my opinion, requires a lot of support to have on a team. Magnezone or Heatran are kind of a must. More Magnezone than Heatran, because Magnezone gets rid of those ugly checks that Dragonite can't get past. Skarmory, Celesteela. Magnezone gets rid of those. Ferrothorn, Magnezone deals with those Pokemon easily. So Magnezone is really just kind of a must for this Pokemon. And he's actually an awesome Pokemon. I've had very good experience with him. So getting on with the first Wi-Fi battle, and this is just kind of a mixed team I put together. Dragonite, Magnezone, Excadrill, Superior. It's really just a team I threw together after reading who would be a very good, who would make good team options with Dragonite. And Magnezone just stood out the most, that he's probably one of the most important Pokemon to have on your team. So I went ahead and just decided to say screw it and let's try a Magnezone build. So let's get ready to rock and roll, and let's see how this plays out. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my Excadrill, my Suicide Lead Excadrill, and I'm not going to lie, I'm growing more and more fond of this Pokemon. I'm actually liking this lead a little too much. I do still love my anti-leads, but he is just a lot of fun, and he pretty much can guarantee that you're going to get your entry hazards out and that you can stop your opponent from setting up their own entry hazards on you. I really like it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks here just to get the entry hazards out and just get it going. He's going to go ahead and switch, not wanting to take an Earthquake to the face with the Tyranitar. Or, sorry, she's going to go ahead and switch, not wanting to take an Earthquake to the face from Tyranitar. And, I mean, I didn't really know if it was going to switch or not. I'm holding a freaking Focus Sash anyway, so it didn't matter. And swapping into Skarmory, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Magnezone, and the Magnet Pull is going to keep Skarmory from switching out. And Magnezone's ability, Magnet Pull, keeps Steel types from switching out on it. This Magnezone is a Choice Scarf Magnezone, 252 special attack, 252 speed, I think 6 in HP, or 4 in HP, sorry, with a Timid Nature. I'm going to go ahead and Thunderbolt, since she cannot switch Skarmory out, excuse me. And Sturdy is going to go ahead and proc into effect. And she's going to Whirlwind my Magnezone away, which is the most common move whenever it comes to Skarmory getting trapped, is they take the Sturdy and then Whirlwind away so they can switch if needed. But the Whirlwind, bringing out Excadrill, and this was kind of a blessing in disguise. The spikes that she set up breaks my Sash, but I'm okay with that because Excadrill's out and Skarmory's at 1 HP. Despite its high defenses, I can rapid spin the spikes away and take Skarmory out of the match. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to rapid spin, just plinking Skarmory and getting rid of the entry hazards. So like I said, I'm really just liking this Excadrill build so much. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. At least I think it is. So now she's going to go ahead and bring in her Garchomp. trying to just get the KO on Excadrill. And at this point, I might as well just let her have it because, you know, like I've said in previous videos, this Excadrill, you just want to set up your entry hazards and then go bye-bye. You want to get them out. You want them to either be knocked out. I mean, if you have to switch, you can. And there have been occasions where I have just swapped them out just to keep them going. But usually, you just want them to set up entry hazards, get rid of the opponents, get knocked out. Mega Evolving Garchomp. And this Pokemon is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Earthquake taking Excadrill out of the match. The thing I didn't like about Mega Garchomp, though, is when he Mega Evolves, his speed actually drops. And in the OU meta, speed is so important that, I mean, that can't be stressed enough how important speed is in this meta. So I think that's probably why you don't see Mega Garchomp that often. Because, yes, he hits hard. Yes, he's an awesome offensive force, but he's slow. And I think that's just why, you know, you don't see him. I knew he was going to switch into Ferrothorn with me bringing in Greninja, so I swapped in Magnezone to trap Ferrothorn, getting rid of the 2 annoying steel walls that she has that just wall Dragonite all day. Hidden Power Fire, dealing a very good amount of damage. Hidden Ferrothorn for ×4 weakness, but sadly not taking it out of the match. So, I mean, that tells you one thing about this Magnezone, though. It's special attack. If it can't OHKO a Ferrothorn with Hidden Power Fire, its special attack might not be the greatest. Because, I mean, Ferrothorn is 4 times weak to fire. Excuse me. It's freaking 8 o'clock in the morning, so if I'm messing up a lot, give me a break. Hidden Power Fire, taking Ferrothorn out of the match. Getting rid of another annoying wall that just laughs at Dragonite. And she knows I'm locked into Hidden Power Fire. She's going to go ahead and bring in Toxapex. And I got a feeling she's either going to go for the Scald or just go for the Toxic Spikes, trying to set up more of her entry hazards because I Rapid Spin her regular spikes away. So she was able to get up 1 layer spikes with Ferrothorn. She's going to get up a Toxic Spikes. I'm going to bring in Superior because I can defog these entry hazards away and just keep my team safe and healthy, which the spikes don't affect Dragonite too much because Dragonite just flies over them. But still, I don't want Toxic Spikes or Spikes out for my team. She's going to go ahead and bring in Heatran, knowing that Superior can't really do much to a Heatran because she can't. But I'm going to defog on the switch, getting rid of those entry hazards that she just set up. So I could let Superior get taken out here, but I had a feeling that, I mean, for one, I didn't want to lose Superior, and also I did not want Stealth Rocks to get set up. But I'm going to switch anyway, and I kind of have a feeling that Heatran can't do too much to Dragonite. If she goes for Lava Plume, I have Multi-Scale up, I resist it. That would suck if she got the burn. Went for the Lava Plume, hopefully she doesn't get it, and no burn, luckily for me. She's going to go ahead and switch Heatran out because he's not holding an Air Balloon, bringing in Toxapex, and I'm going to go ahead and get a Dragon Dance up and just see what Dragonite can do from here. So I'm going to set up the Dragon Dance, and I know Toxapex learns Haze. And that's probably what she was going for. And this is the Adamant Dragonite that I'm using right here. This one is Adamant. Earthquake, OHKOing Toxapex and taking it out of the match. And I'm not sure if a Jolly Dragonite would do that. Because remember, this one's Adamant. This one is holding, this one has extreme speed on it. She's going to go ahead and bring Tyranitar in. And her Mega's Garchomp. So I know this isn't a Mega Tyranitar. I'm hoping a +1 Earthquake will do it. And Earthquake almost OHKOing Tyranitar, putting it at 1 health. And nom on that berry to get its health back. So it wasn't even holding a Focus Sash. Dragonite just literally did enough damage to put Tyranitar at 1. And then Rock Slide is going to take Dragonite out of the match because Multi-Skill's been broken. So, I mean, that's at least cool to know about the Toxapex on an Adamant Dragonite. But, like I said, Dragonite just takes a lot of support to build up around. I'm going to bring in Ash's Greninja and Hydro Pump to take Tyranitar out of the match. And getting me my Ash's Greninja. So, I had some mixed results with Tapu Fini, because on one of my teams I have Tapu Fini, but I gotta admit I like Ash's Greninja taking up the water slot on this team more, just because it's more offensive. The team itself is just a very offensive team, and Tapu Fini just kind of felt off a little bit there. So I went ahead and went with Ash's Greninja, and I like it a lot more. And even with Superior, I'm kind of iffy about. Outrage, and Superior takes it, living with 17 health, which surprised the hell out of me because Mega Garchomp's attack is just up there. It just has a high attack stat, but I survived the Outrage. Dragon Pulse, not taking it out of the match, but doing a very significant amount of damage to the Mega Garchomp. And she's stuck in an Outrage, so if I had a Fairy type, I could have brought it in, but I'm not running a Fairy type on this set. And Superior is going to get taken out of the match by that. But now, I can bring in the Frokage of the Hidden Frog Village, going for the Ice Beam, and taking Mega Garchomp out of the match after an Ice Beam Jutsu. 4 times weakness to Ice. And see, that's what I'm saying. Mega Garchomp is just awesome offensively, but it's just way too slow. Which sucks, because Garchomp could have used some love. And yes, he got some love with that Mega Evolution, but did it really make a difference with that freaking low speed stat? But I guess you could make a team around it with like Sticky Web or something. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Magnezone, not wanting to lose Greninja, getting hit with a 4 times weakness to Earth Power, and Magnezone is going to get taken out of the match right there. But the matches I mean pretty much won at this point. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Mega Medicham. And so I tried 2 Megas with this team, with Dragonite. I tried Mega Medicham and I tried Mega Pinsir. I gotta say, I'm liking Mega Pinsir a lot more because Mega Pinsir can take out a lot of Pokemon that Mega Dragonite can't when it comes to like Steel types. For instance, Heatran is one. Well, no, Dragonite can take out Heatran, but another Tyranitar, Mega Pinsir can kind of just take out Tyranitar because my Mega Pinsir has Earthquake instead of Close Combat. Although I am kind of getting the feeling that Close Combat is just the better move slot there. And Mega Pinsir goes really well with Magnezone. So, Mega Medicham, high jump kicking the Heatran to take it out of the match. Good match, Virgo. Moving on to the next match against Oli, and this is someone I got on Citra. So we were in the I was in the Citra chat rooms. I was trying to test out my team, and if you notice, I'm using that Balfaslan or whatever, the first Ultra Beast I've ever used. And I'm not big on the Ultra Beasts, to be honest. I don't really like them. I feel like they're a little too good. But I decided to try one out just because I was trying to find a Pokemon that just fit on the team. And I'm still kind of all over the place. But I think I finally found one with Balfaslan, or whatever the heck it's called. And she's going to go ahead and lead with a shiny Greninja, meaning it could be Protean, because most Greninjas that aren't Ash's Greninja are Protean, and you cannot have a shiny Ash's Greninja. So if you do see a shiny Ash's Greninja out there, it's probably not legit. Going for the Scald on my Excadrill, trying to get the burn or just take it out. But my Focus Sash kicks in, and I'm going to go ahead and just set up my Entry Hazards because that's what Excadrill does. So Entry Hazards set out on this Greninja, and here I'm thinking I could switch. I could lose Excadrill because, like I said, Excadrill did what it's supposed to do. But I got a feeling I can still use Excadrill here. So I'm going to switch out and bring in the Frokage of the Village Hidden in the Frogs to get scalded right in the face. And hopefully she does not get the burn just because that residual damage would suck. And no burn. Lucky me. I'm going to go ahead and switch out again, thinking that she's going to go for something different. And I'm going to bring in Magnezone. I kind of thought she was just stuck in a choice, either Choice Scarf or Choice Specs, but the Dark Pulse, this is not a choice Pokemon. I have no clue which Greninja this is, but from a Choice Scarf Magnezone, Volt Switch, taking her Greninja out of the match. So I have no clue what that Pokemon was holding. Maybe it was holding a Z-move. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And I'm going to bring in my Greninja just to try and get the Ash form. And she's going to bring in her Jolteon, which Jolteon was an awesome Pokemon at one point. It used to be, or it actually still is, my favorite evolution. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Water Shuriken because I wasn't sure what to switch into here, and I was hoping it would do more damage than that. But it only hit 2 times, doing very minimal damage, and Volt Switch is going to take my Greninja out of the match. So we kind of just traded off Greninjas there. And now she's going to go ahead and switch out for the Volt Switch, bringing in a new Pokemon, and this kind of gives me the upper hand. And that's kind of the downside about Volt Switching. When you take a Pokemon out with a pivot move, is the person who pivoted has to put a Pokemon out first. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Mega Pinsir, because I don't want to mess with no Mega Mawile. I don't want to get Sucker Punched to the face with anything on my team. And I'm going to Mega Evolve it. And I guess she thought that the close combat was coming. So I'm going to go ahead and Earthquake because this Mega Pinsir does not have close combat. It's actually better to run Earthquake with Mega Pinsir if you're going to be running a Magnezone on your team. Then go ahead and go with the Earthquake. And this Mega Pinsir is Jolly Nature, 252 attack, 252 speed, I think 6 in health and HP. Earthquake, knocking that Mega Mawile out of the match. Oh, and I'm sorry, the moveset is Swords Dance, Earthquake, Return, and Quick Attack. Return and Quick Attack just turning into awesome flying stab moves with that Aerialate ability that turns normal moves into flying types. She's going to go ahead and bring in her Talonflame, taking half damage because of that Stealth Rocks that I set up, but I'm not going to lose Pinsir just yet because of the Gale Wings ability. And what Gale Wings does is flying moves get priority if it's at full health, which actually I didn't even need to switch out. But I'm not sure if it was faster than me anyway. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Magnezone, taking the Brave Bird. And, yeah, that ain't going to do anything to Magnezone. I should have gone for the Volt Switch here, but I thought she was going to switch because she knows I'm Choice Scarf. I went ahead and switched into my Dragonite, and she's going to keep it in going for the Flare Blitz. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm really upset about the Gale Wings nerf. I did not think that Talonflame was a problem whenever Gale Wings was just Gale Wings, and it gave flying abilities a priority. That's just me, though. I did not see any problem with it. I kind of miss seeing Talonflame around, and I miss Gale Wings being what it was. She's going to go ahead and U-turn on my Dragonite to bring in her Garchomp, and I'm going to go ahead and just Dragon Dance because, yes, Multi-Scale was broken, but Talonflame can't really do much to Dragonite, so I don't got to worry too much about it, and I'm going to go ahead and get my Dragon Dance up. Now I outspeed this Garchomp, and I'm going to go ahead and Ice Punch it right in the face, 4 times weakness, taking Garchomp out of the match. And that Rough Skin is just another finger to the face, but it doesn't really matter because Dragonite's still at good health. I'm pretty sure I outspeed the remainder of her team, and I'm also pretty sure I can sweep here. She's going to go ahead and bring in her... why do I always forget this freaking Pokemon's name? The friggin... God dang it. The Fairy Water type starter from this generation. And I'm going to go ahead and just do my... I don't really know if I had a move to take this Pokemon out. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Z move. I'm going to use my Supersonic Sky Strike because Ice Punch wouldn't have done it. I don't think Earthquake would have done it, but I know a nice little flying nuke on Primarina, that's its name, is going to go ahead and take it out of the match. And netting a critical hit, which I don't think that crit mattered. But oh well. So a nice little critical hit there to take Primarina out of the match. Bringing Jolteon back in. Again, I know I outspeed the remainder of the team. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake to just knock Jolteon out. And I don't got to worry about Jolteon leaving her last Pokemon to be that Talonflame, which is going to get taken out because of the Stealth Rocks. And that's pretty much game at that point. I mean, that is game because once Talonflame comes out, the Stealth Rocks are going to put it out. And that's just one of the ugly things about those flying fire typings is Stealth Rocks just takes it out just like that. So, good game, Oli, and good game to the first person. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But that's the videos, guys. That's the Dragonite breakdown. I hope you all enjoy. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I appreciate the support. Join my Discord, guys, and laters!